p.m. Nothing going on. Downloaded the app again. Third time this year. Same icon, different version, same old game. Use the good photos, the ones from 2 summers ago, when I had a plan and a gym membership. Swipe left on 12 people in 4 minutes, starting to feel like a talent. Then her, stop, actually stop, put the phone down, picked it back up. Yeah, that's her. 5 photos, all different angles, same result, ridiculous, reads books, hikes, fluent in sarcasm. Her words already funny, already a problem. Mutual interests, jazz, late night diners, dog she doesn't own. I don't hike, I like jazz. 2 out of 3, passing great. Type this opener, deleted it to try hard. Third one, casual confidence, send it before I could rethink, then waited. The specific torture of waiting. She matched back in 40 seconds, which means nothing, which I immediately made mean everything. Here's what I know about her. 5 photos, 3 sentences, 2 emojis. Here's what I've decided. She's funny, she's real, she gets it. My boy would say you don't know her. He's right. I know a profile, a curated, filtered, best angle version of someone I haven't met yet. But the profile is excellent. That's enough for tonight. Found her on the app last night. She's just my type on screen, which means absolutely nothing and also everything at 11 p.m. with nothing else going on. Score right, perfect on site. Real life, we'll see how this flight. 5 photos and a bio that's tight. She's just my type on a Tuesday night. Found her on the app, she looks alright. Don't know yet, just the highlight. She's just my type on screen. Tonight's just my type on screen. Tonight. She replied with a question. Good sign, people who ask questions are interested or pretending. Well, either works at this stage. Back and forth for an hour. She's quick, doesn't over-explain, already better than most. I know I'm projecting, I also know I'm going to sleep thinking about a stranger who matched me in 40 seconds. Asked if she wanted coffee, not dinner, coffee. Coffee says I'm interested, but I have an exit. She said yes, Saturday, the place she likes near her office. I said perfect, minute, looked up the place immediately. Good reviews, she has good taste. This is going great. I've met 0 versions of her in real life. This go on great. Swipe right, perfect on sight. Real life, we'll see how this flight. 5 photos and a bio that's tight. She's just my type on a Tuesday night. Found her on the app, she looks alright. Oh yeah, just the highlight. She's just my type. Love, swipe right, perfect on sight. Real life, we'll see how this flight. 5 photos and a bio that's tight. She's just my type on a Tuesday night. Found her on the app, she looks alright. Don't know yet, just the highlight. She's just my type on. She's just my type on. App said yes, swipe right. Profile perfect, highlight. Real life Saturday, projected. Anyway, she's just my type. On the app on screen. Saturday we'll see. She texted again. Yeah, this is fine. like adults, which is the most terrifying thing two people can do. Put the feelings on the table next to the coffee and said, okay, 3 months. Not forever, not a trial run. 3 months, clean edges, no extension unless both parties agree. She shook on it, I shook on it. We both knew what we were doing. Neither of us said so. Week 1 was easy. Week 2 we stopped being careful. Week 3 she left her jacket, not on purpose, just left it. I hung it up instead of texting. First warning sign I filed under irrelevant. By week 6 we had inside jokes, the dangerous kind, the kind that don't translate to anyone who wasn't there, the kind that stick. Here's what nobody tells you about expiration dates the product doesn't know. Feelings didn't get the memo, showed up anyway. Unpacked, rearranged the furniture, started leaving things in the bathroom like they planned to stay. Read the contract again at week 10, clear as the day we signed it. The deal didn't account for what week 10 actually feels like, when she laughs at something only you would find funny. 3 months and we know the deal, time bomb ticking. Is it real? Both of us checking the calendar like it's gonna say something different than what we already know. Ooh. 3 months expiration date. 3 months and we separate. Wrote it down like a business plan. Feelings didn't read that page. 3 months we shook on fate. 3 months is something great. The deal was clean when we made it. The deal got complicated. She brought it up first week 11, not the ending, just the awareness of it. Said we're almost at 3 months, like a question wearing a statement's close. I said yeah, she said so, I said so. We watched something after that, neither of us watched it. Day 89, she got her jacket. I didn't ask her to leave it, she didn't offer. We hugged at the door, the way you hug someone you made an agreement with and kept it. And wish you hadn't been quite so reasonable at the beginning. 3 months, we were so smart about it. We were so stupid about it. Don't please. 3 months expiration date. 3 months and we separate. Wrote it down like a business plan. Feelings didn't read that page. 3 months we shook on fate. 3 months of something great. The deal was clean when we made it. The deal got complicated. 3 months. 3 months. 3 months. 3 months. 3 months we agreed. 3 months we believe. Day 90 she leaves. Day 91 I grieve. 3 months expiration date. Expired. Still feels fresh though. That's the thing about expiration dates. They're more of a suggestion when you're already in it. She asked why I hadn't posted yet. Week 3 things are good, but the algorithm doesn't know that. And apparently the algorithm needs to know. I said I'm not really a posting person. She said I know, I checked, which means she went back far back. Last post 14 months ago, a sunset, no caption, 3 likes, 2 of them were my mom. So I took the photo, 47 attempts her idea. Natural one, she said, while directing every angle. Picked the 7, she looked great. I looked like a man who'd taken 46 and was tired, posted anyway. Caption took 30 minutes, landed on 3 words and a period. She said perfect, check back every 4 minutes to count the likes. Old habit from a generation that learned love through engagement metrics. Her friend saw it first, texted her in 30 seconds, starting in all caps. Means we were a topic before we were a post. The relationship existed in other people's conversations before it existed on the feed. My boy called, so it's official. I said, we've been together 3 weeks. He said, yeah, but now it's official. There it is, 3 weeks of actual human experience made real by a 7th photo and 42 strangers hid in a heart. Post it up, now it's real, double tap. That's the deal. Before the post we were a rumor. After the post we're confirmed by everyone's thumbs. Instagram official, that's the only ritual. Without the post it didn't exist, yo. Real life's just the draft before the photo. Offline love, nobody's gonna know though. Post it up, double tap, now it's crucial. The feed decides what's real, what's suitable. We were good before, now we're quotable. Instagram official, undeniable. Say out loud, I like posting it, not for the likes, for the fact of it. Something about making it visible made it feel more held, like writing it down so you don't forget. Maybe that's what posting is. Not performance, just saying it out loud in the only language everyone speaks. She screenshot the post, put it in her favorites folder, showed me 3 things in it. The post was 1. I asked about the other 2, she said none of your business. I said fair, she said earn it. I laugh, real laugh, not the photo one, the one that doesn't make it in the post because it's only for the room you're actually standing in.
Maybe that's the one that caught you.
Instagram official, that's the only ritual. Without the post it didn't exist, yo. Real life's just a draft before the photo. Offline love, nobody's gonna know though. Post it up, double tap, now it's crucial. The feed decides what's real, what's suitable. We were good before, now we're provable. Instagram official, undeniable. Now official, like now ritual. Real life unfiltered, that laugh unposted. Instagram official, 42 likes, 1 real laugh. The laugh wins, don't tell the algorithm. She picked the place, I said sure without looking it up. Rookie mistake, opened the menu and did the math before I'd even sat down properly. No dollar signs on the prices, that's how you know telling you something about who they expect to be sitting in these chairs. I ordered the second cheapest thing, old instinct, automatic, like the body remembers what the brain is trying to forget. Ooh, more intriguing. Look at the bottle. I looked at the bottle, looked it up in the bathroom later. It had its own Wikipedia page. She talked about her week, big numbers, decisions that affect people I'll never meet. I mentioned the thing I fixed at work. She nodded the way people nod when they're listening, but the scale is different. Not her fault, just geography. Two people at the same table in completely different zip codes. Ooh, her shoes are a conversation I can't have. She mentioned them casual, the brand, the wait list, the friend who got them first. I know what those shoes cost because I looked them up, the way you look up things you'll never buy, just to understand what world you're standing next to. Not resentment, I wanna be precise, more like recalibration. The moment you realize the person across from you is from a different version of the same city. She ordered wine, I checked my account. Not dramatically, just check. The way you touch a bruise to confirm it's still there. It was she made for deep times what I did. Now I see the difference in the view. Same table, different orbit inside. Same feelings, different kind of ride. She makes 3 times, I make mine. Standing at the same door, different sign. Not broken, not behind, just 2 people doing fine on opposite sides of a line. She never makes me feel small. That's the specific thing that makes this complicated. If she was careless about it, I could be angry, clean, manageable anger. Instead she's thoughtful, splits things evenly, pretends not to notice when I reach first. The kindness of it is its own kind of way. She asked what I was thinking on the way home. I said nothing, just tired. How love is supposed to be the great equalizer, and how it mostly is until you're doing math in your head while she talks about a week like the numbers are just numbers. They're not just numbers, but I'm still here, that part is true. Same group, 3 times what I do. Now I see the difference in the view. Same table, different orbit inside. Same feelings, different kind of ride. She makes 3 times, I make mine. Standing at the same door, different sign. Not broken, not behind, just 2 people doing fine on opposite sides of a line. 3 times she earns, 1 time I learn. Same love, different lane. Still here, still can't. She makes 3 times what I do. I left the tip bigger than I should have. Some things you do, not because you can't afford them, but because you need to feel like yourself in a room that keeps trying to tell you otherwise. Yeah. has a group chat name I will never see, and probably wouldn't understand even if I did. She mentioned them in passing, the surgeon, the fund manager, the one who just got back from somewhere that requires a layover in Dubai. I nodded, said that's great. Thought about my group chat. We're arguing about a parking ticket from 2020, plea that nobody is paid. Different energy entirely. She invited me to brunch, a world of people. I ironed a shirt I forgot I own. Her friends hug like they mean it and ask follow-up questions about things you said 20 minutes ago. That specific kind of attentive that takes practice on money or both. I talked about my job. The guy across from me owns part of that industry, a working part of it. We found common ground in the most uneven way possible. My friends are doing fine, nobody's failing, nobody's lost. But there's a difference between fine and the kind of fine that owns property in 2 cities and argues about which coastline is better for the second one. My boy just refinanced his deposit loan, he's winning by his own math. I couldn't explain that at a brunch table where refinancing means something entirely different. Smiled through the whole thing, learned a lot, felt like a field trip. Her friends got money, got the life. I'm just here trying to survive, not drowning, not even close. But the gap between surviving and thriving has a guest list I haven't been handed yet. She's got better friends than me, living in a different degree. Same girl, different atmosphere. I'm still figuring out how to appear in a room that expects someone. I'm still becoming. She's got better friends, I've got mine. Both real, only one makes me feel like I'm running a race I didn't enter. She called me after, said her friends love me. I said, really? She said you were so real with them. Real, which means either I was genuinely myself and it landed, or I was so different it read as refreshing. Both feel true, only one feels like a compliment. I chose to hear the first one. She chose me out of that room, not the fund manager, not the Dubai layover guy. Me with my parking ticket group chat and my second cheapest instinct and my shirt I forgot I own. She has access to all of them and she texts me first. That's not nothing, that's actually the whole thing. I just keep forgetting it to count it. She's got better friends than me, living in a different degree. She's got better friends, ain't girl mine. She keeps choosing me anyway, that's where I'll draw the line. She's got better friends than me, living in a different degree. Same girl's bed and atmosphere. I'm still figuring out how to appear in a room that expects someone. I'm still becoming. She's got better friends, I've got mine. She keeps choosing me anyway, that's where I'll draw the line. Better friends, she's got better rooms, maybe. Still chose me though, still texts first daily. She's got better friends. She's got better friends. She's got better friends than limited. She's got culture. She's got better friends. My group chat just resolved the parking ticket. 3 years, one fine. We're doing great. 3 weeks, not 3 months, not 3 years. 3 weeks since she first texted back, and somehow we are already here. My mother's kitchen, her third cup of tea. Every school photo I have ever taken being shown to someone I've known for 21 days. I said 5 minutes, that was 2 hours ago. Mom found the one with the haircut. I can hear the laughter from the hallway. This is fine, everything is fine. My aunt called the next morning, not to say hello, to ask if she was serious. I said 3 weeks, she said, and like 3 weeks was a formality. My cousin got engaged after 8 months. My aunt mentions this every visit. She mentioned it twice yesterday. I was not there yesterday. She called specifically to mention it. This family runs on a different calendar than the rest of the world. She took it well, sat there like she had always attended my family's kitchen interrogations. My mom called her daughter by accident. She didn't correct it, I nearly choked on my coffee. Mom noticed and looked very pleased. My uncles have opinions now. One asked if she cooks. I said she's a professional. He said professionals eat too. He is not wrong. That made it worse somehow. 3 weeks and mom wants the ring. Time moves different, everything. I don't know her coffee order perfectly. Mom already has a venue shortlist, not the same timeline. She already met my family. Now they ask when's the ceremony. 3 weeks in and it's a whole production. Mom skipped dating, went straight to introduction. Moving faster, moving normally. In my world 3 weeks means early. In my mom's world 3 weeks means nearly. Ooh, 3 weeks since she met my mom. Somehow nothing feels that wrong. Ooh, she asked on the drive home if it was too much. I said no. She said your mom is incredible. I said she liked you. She said I could tell. Not relieved, not performing, just glad the way you're glad about something that matters without making a speech about it. Maybe some things you just know before the calendar catches up. My mom texted me that night, one heart emoji. My mom does not use emoji. She learned one specifically for this. That is a formal announcement in her language. I showed her, she laughed a real laugh. Not the meat and the family one, the one that shows up when something is genuinely good and you're not thinking about it. Maybe this is the kind of fast that doesn't need slowing. She already met my family. Now they ask when's the ceremony. 3 weeks in and it's a whole production. Mom skipped dating, went straight to introduction. Moving fast and moving normally. In my world 3 weeks means early. In my mom's world 3 weeks means nearly. 3 weeks since she met my mom. Somehow nothing feels that wrong. 3 weeks, mom knows she stayed, didn't run. Okay, mom, maybe she's the one. 3 weeks in, she met my mom. Mom already has opinions. Same, mom, same. Same. She asked on a Tuesday, not a special Tuesday, just Tuesday. Mid-drink, mid-sentence almost. Slid it in like it was casual when we both knew it was the least casual thing either of us had said in 5 weeks. What are we? 3 words, I took a sip, bought myself 4 seconds. 4 seconds is not enough time to answer honestly without losing something. Here is what I wanted to say. I like you more than I planned to. That is a whole problem. Plans are easy, feelings show up without appointments, and rearrange the furniture and look at you like you're the one who moves things. Here is what I said. I mean, we've been spending a lot of time together. She looked at me, the specific look that means she heard what I didn't say louder than what I did. She wants something with a name, not unreasonable. Names make things real. Names mean someone shows up when it's inconvenient. I want whatever this is, to stay whatever this is a little longer. Not because I don't care, because I do, and caring makes it something I could lose. That's the part I didn't say. That's the part that mattered most. What are we? I don't know. Can't you see? You want promises, I want free, both sitting here wanting different versions of the same thing. What are we gonna be? Can't answer honestly. Not because I don't wanna, because the answer costs something I'm not sure I'm ready to spend. What are we gonna be? You want the words I wanna see. Same bar, same drink, same 5 weeks. Different ideas of what this keeps. She didn't push, that was the surprising part. Asked the question, let it sit, ordered another drink, like she was giving the room time to answer for me. I appreciated it, also felt worse because of it. Easier to close against someone demanding, harder when they just wait. Patient like they already know they deserve an answer, and they're giving you the chance to figure that out yourself. We left without resolving it. Both of us knew, neither named it. Walked to the corner, she went one way, I went the other. Text her when I got home, just tonight was good. She said yeah. One word, the whole conversation compressed into one word that meant about 12 things. I read all 12. Still submit me. What are we gonna be? Can't answer honestly. Not because I don't wanna, because the answer costs something I'm not sure I'm ready to spend. What are we gonna be? You want the words I wanna see. Same bar, same drink, same 5 weeks. Different ideas of what this keeps. What do we still don't know? Still here though, that's something probably. I wasn't looking, that's the part I need to be clear about. The phone was just there, screen lit up, name on it. I wasn't looking, just saw it. The way you see something you weren't supposed to and can't unsee. Spend the next 3 hours pretending you didn't. His name, the specific name she mentioned once in a way too casual to actually be casual. She put the phone face down, normal thing to do. People put phones face down all the time. It means nothing, except I don't put my phone face down when she's in the room. I noticed that about myself at 11:30, and now I can't stop noticing things. The way she smiled at something, the way she angled away, the way just a friend is doing a lot of heavy lifting in a sentence that keeps coming up. Here is what I know. She's allowed to have friends. She's allowed to have a past. I know both things are true. Here is what my brain is doing anyway. Reading toward her two-word text, reconstructing a timeline, building a case with circumstantial evidence at midnight. Like a prosecutor who needs to go to sleep, fully aware this is not reasonable, doing it anyway. She's texting her ex again. When does this end? Is he just a friend? Or is just a friend the most slow-bearing phrase in the English user's Mandarin? And she's texting her ex at night. Am I right to feel right? Every buzz makes me reread everything she said last week. She's texting her ex again, phone face down now and then. Just a friend, maybe so, but just a friend doesn't make you put the screen where I can't see. I could ask, that's the obvious thing. Adults ask communication, all of that. Except asking means admitting I saw the name, which opens a different conversation. I'm also not ready for it. So I'm sitting here, constructing theories from a 2-second screen glimpse instead of using words like a person. This is fine, I'm fine. She put the phone down, came and sat next to me. Said, you okay? I said, yeah, why? She said, you went quiet. I said, just tired. She leaned in, stayed there. The thing is, she's here, right here, chose to be. And I'm building courtroom arguments about a notification I saw for 2 seconds on a phone. Everyone puts face down. I need to go to sleep. She's texting her ex at night. Am I right to feel fright? Every buzz makes me reread everything she said last week. She's texting her ex again, phone face down now and then. Just a friend, maybe so, but just a friend doesn't make you put the screen where I can't see. Where did I trip up? Put the screen where I can't see. Oh, and I can tell. Texting, just friend. Screen down, not the end. Saw the name, now I spin. She leaned and she's still in. She's texting her ex. Probably nothing, definitely something. Hope and ease and go to sleep. Not sleeping. She said it on the phone, not in person, on the phone, which tells you something about how prepared she was and how prepared I wasn't. I need space. I said okay, Not because it was okay, because I didn't have a better word ready. And okay fills silence when nothing else will. She said she'd been feeling this way for a while. For a while I kept that phrase and turned it over for days. She didn't sound sorry, not cruel, just resolved. The way someone sounds when they've already done the hard part privately. And what you're hearing is just the announcement. I asked if I'd done some, she said no. I asked if there was someone else, she said no. I asked what I could do, she said that was the thing, there wasn't anything. Sometimes it's just space. Sometimes it's just space. I've been trying to understand it since 9:37 on a Wednesday night. The apartment sounds different now, not louder, just more itself. Every room doing exactly what rooms do when there's no reason to keep the volume up. Made coffee this morning, made enough for two. Automatic, 9 weeks of automatic, pour the second cup out. Made a note to stop doing that. Did it again the next morning. Muscle memory is the cruelest kind. It doesn't know it's over, just keeps showing up with coffee for two on a Thursday that doesn't need it. A bass barely, the piano fun, no place. Leave you in this case, her words. Now the whole apartment says them back. Space between us now, can't figure out how 9 weeks becomes just nothing. No fight, no finale, just space between us now. She knew I did, and one person packs quietly while the other one is still making coffee for two and calling it a good morning. My boy said, give it time. Time is what she asked for. Now I've got all of it and nowhere to put it. Clean the apartment, deep cleaning, the kind you do when you need something under your control. Move the furniture back to before her 40 minutes. Felt like undoing something that should have taken longer. Week 9, she says space, I gave it. Don't know what comes after. Some things end in the middle of their own sentence, and you sit with the incomplete grammar of it until it makes a different kind of sense. Not there yet, just here, space and all. Space between us now, can't figure out how 9 weeks becomes just nothing. No fight, no finale, just space between us now. She knew I did, and one person packs quietly while the other one is still making coffee for two and calling it a good morning. Space she needs here, I bleed. 9 weeks then freed, coffee for two, just me. I need space, gave it, still giving it. Getting better at pouring it out. Not good yet. Getting better. She texted first, week 10, just hey. One word, no punctuation. The kind of text that means more than it says and less than you hope. I said, hey, back. We met for coffee, same place, different table. Neither of us mentioned the space. Talked around it the way you talk around a bruise, carefully aware of exactly where it is. We're doing the things, dinners, text, the occasional call, all the correct behaviors in the right order, producing something that looks from a distance exactly like a relationship. Up close though, the silences do the talking now. The way she checks her phone more, the way I don't ask. Both maintaining the performance with the quiet professionalism of people who know the run is almost over. My boy asked how things were. I said good, he said yeah, I said yeah. He didn't push. The thing about good, it's the most dishonest, honest word. Nothing it describes is ever quite good. It's what you say when the real answer requires more energy than you have. Things are good, things are not good. Both sentences same week. We're still together but something's wrong. We can't sing our song. How long can two people perform fine before fine becomes the whole relationship? Ooh, ooh, ooh. We're still together, are we though? Going through the motion show, hitting all the marks we know, while the feelings stop keeping up. Somewhere around week 10 we're still together. Technically true, two people in the same direction who stop checking if the other one is still walking. I asked her how she was really asked. She said fine. I said no, really? She looked at me long enough to mean something, then said I don't know. 2 words more honest than anything said in 3 weeks. The relationship should exhale just enough to remind us it was still breathing. There are still good moments, moments where it feels like the start. Easy, unguarded, worth it. They're just further apart now. Islands in something that used to be solid ground. We swim between them and don't mention the water and call it still together. Maybe this is what 12 weeks looks like. Maybe I don't finish that sentence, neither does she. We're still together, are we though? Going through the motion show, hitting all the marks we know, while the feelings stop keeping up. Somewhere around week 10 we're still together. Technically true, two people in the same direction who stop checking if the other one is still walking. wasn't gonna look, that's the first thing. I was not gonna catalog the evidence, then I did obviously. 3 X's publicly tagged at some point. Tall jawline, the kind of confident that photographs well and probably parks badly, but you'd forgive it. I looked longer than I should have, then looked at my most recent photo. The sunset, one no caption, 3 likes, 2 from my mom. She has a type, everyone has a type. Hers is not me, not unkindly, just historically based on available data. Not me, I'm the comma in a sentence, waiting for its period. The warm-up act, who doesn't know? The headline has been booked, filling something she's between. Not cruelly placed here, just placed here, starting to understand the geography. The guy before me coached youth basketball, volunteered, photographed well outdoors. Looked like someone who has never Googled whether a restaurant was too expensive before suggesting it. I'm not that. I check, I iron the shirt I forgot I owned. I say, I mean, we've been spending time. Safe, present, convenient. Devastating word, convenient. She's got a type, and I ain't on the list. I'm the substitute she couldn't resist. Not the first choice, not the prime, just the right person at the wrong time. She's got a type, I'm not it. When the real one comes, I'm split. Not because she's cruel, because I looked at 3 photos and understood. Oh, she's got a type, I'm not it. Safe choice, interim, legit, just not the one. She'll still be texting when someone tall and certain walks into the room. She kissed me on a Thursday, unprompted, just did. Turned and kissed me like I was exactly the right person. I've been carrying that Thursday like evidence for the defense against the verdict. I reached at 11 p.m. with her tag photos and a dying phone battery. Thursday was real, the photos are all so real. I don't know what to do with 2 real things that can't both be true. Maybe type is just history, not destiny. Maybe Thursday is the data point that rewrites everything. Or maybe I'm building a case with 1 Thursday against a jury of 3 X's. Still here, though wrong type, but not still here. She hasn't asked me to leave. She's got a type, I'm not it. When the real one comes, I'm split. Not because she's cruel, because I looked at 3 photos and understood. Though she's got a type, I'm not it. Safe choice, interim, legit, just not the one. She'll still be texting when someone tall and certain walks into the room. Not her type, I know. Substitute, maybe so. Thursday happened real, though still here, won't go. She's got a type, I'm not it. Thursday though, holding on to that. She said, I need to tell you something. That sentence, that specific sentence with that specific pause after it is never the beginning of something good. I put my keys down, stood there, let the room be quiet for 1 more second. last quiet second before whatever came next. She told me straight, no softening, somewhere between I'm sorry and the name of the city. I stopped hearing the rest. Together-ish, that's what we were. Her word from week 5, still defining things, still in the question. Apparently the question had enough room in it for a weekend trip and a decision I wasn't consulted on. She said it didn't mean anything, it still means something to the person who wasn't there and wasn't asked and is standing in their own hallway, holding keys they no longer know what to do with. Here's what I didn't do, I didn't yell, that matters to me. I asked one question, did you know before you went? She took too long to answer, that was the answer. I picked my keys back up, said okay, she said wait. I said I needed a minute meaning I needed to leave, before I became someone I didn't want to be. In this hallway, over something I couldn't unfiend out. She slept with her ex, now we're hexed. What comes next was already decided the moment she chose to tell me 3 days after. She slept with her ex, or we were together-ish. Now this relationship's headed to perish. Not because I'm broken, I'm not, because together-ish still means something, even when it's inconvenient. She slept with her ex, now we're hexed with her ex. She slept with her ex. She slept with her ex, now we're hexed with her ex. She slept with her ex. She slept with her ex while we were together-ish. Now this relationship's headed to perish. Not because I'm broken, I'm not, because together-ish still means something, even when it's inconvenient. She slept with her ex. She slept with her ex. Sat in the car for 20 minutes, not crying, just sitting. The kind of sitting you do when the floor moved and you're checking if the ground is still there. Was just reconfigured. Called, nobody drove home. Made tea, I didn't drink. Sat with it, she texted 3 times by midnight. I read them, didn't reply, not punishment, just I didn't have words yet that were honest without being cruel. And I wasn't sending the cruel ones just because they were ready. Gave myself the night, in the morning it was still the same answer. She slept with her ex, now we're hexed with her ex. She slept with her ex. She slept with her ex, oh we were together-ish. Now this relationship's headed to perish. Not because I'm broken, I'm not, because together-ish still means something, even when it's inconvenient. She slept with her ex, now we're hexed with her ex. I picked up my keys, she said wait, I didn't. Slept with ex, she did. Hexed us both, she did. Keys in hand, I went. Door closed, that's it. She slept with her ex. I picked up my keys. Door closed. I'll give her that. I got there first, picked the table by the window, the one with the good light and the easy exit. And enough background noise that silence wouldn't be the only sound. She arrived on time, which she always does. I like that about her, still do. We ordered, she got the usual, I got something different. Small thing, just different. She knew. I could tell she knew the moment she sat down and didn't take her coat off. We talked about other things first, 20 minutes of other things. Not avoiding, just honoring what it was before we officially said what it was becoming. Yeah. I've been carrying the sentence for 2 weeks. Tried it different ways, this version was most honest. Practiced it twice in the car, didn't help at all. I said it clean, no bells up, no preamble. I think we should break up. She looked at the table, then at me, then said yeah. One syllable, 4 months compressed in 2, yeah. She'd been carrying a version 2. Maybe relief someone said it out loud. We sat with it, let the cafe keep going around us, while we quietly ended something that had been quietly ending for a while. I think we should break up. It's time, you're not mine, not a wound, just the truth. Finding the right words, 4 months in a I think we should break. Ooh, yeah, I think we should break up and finally close this book up. Not with fire, not with blame, just 2 people who tried the same thing and found it meant different things to each. I think we should break up. You're not mine, that's not a failure. That's just the line we finally drew in the right belly. She said she was sorry about week 9. The phone call said she'd handled it badly. I said I understood. She said that was the problem. I always understood. She meant it kindly. I heard it as both. We split the check, even same as always. Walked out together, stood at the corner. She went one way, everything calling. I said then when is it warm? The sky looked the same after I thought it would look different. It didn't, just felt a little quieter. Oh, texted nobody for an hour. Let the city be the city and me be in it without any story attached for 45 minutes. Some minutes need little walking after them before they become what they actually are. I think we should break up and finally close this book up. Not with fire, not with blame, just 2 people who tried the same thing and found it meant different things to each. I think we should break up. You're not mine, that's not a failure. That's just the line we finally drew in the right place. Break up is fine, not mine, that's fine. Look close, clean line, walked home clean in mind. I think we should break up, she said yeah. Sky looked the same, felt quieter though. That was enough, that was the right amount. 3 days after, not immediately. 3 days, which means you thought about it, which means it was a decision. I found out the way you find out, went to tag her in something. Profile didn't come up, searched the full name, found the account. Nothing there, not blocked, just removed. The digital equivalent of taking your name off the guest list of something you used to live in. Unfollow means the algorithm stops showing you to each other. 4 months of posts get quietly buried under content neither of you sees, because the machine has been notified to stop connecting two people who used to show up in each other's mornings. Clinical when you say it, Also accurate, the specific surgical removal of one person from a carefully constructed feed that used to include them. 4 months, 17 posts she was in, tagged to present, gone from my tag, gone from her grid, modern archive removal. I didn't unfollow back, like keeping a record, like saying this happened, I was there. The algorithm doesn't get to decide. I wasn't. My boy said unfollow back, said it's healthier, I'll do it eventually. Today the record stays. She unfollowed me, now I'm gone. No more us in her world so long. 4 months reduced to a button at 3 a.m. in a feed that no longer knows I exist. Ooh, she unfollowed, she no longer know I'm erased for real. Not blocked, worse than blocked, just absent. The algorithm's version of a clean break. She unfollowed, completed. 4 months gone, deleted. Digital funeral, no flowers, no announcement, just a profile that doesn't surface when you type the name of someone who used to be in your phone and your morning. The photos on my phone not posted, the ones from the good days that never made the feed because we were too in it to document it. Those don't get unfollowed, just sit there in the camera roll between a screenshot of directions and something I was gonna buy. The algorithm doesn't know about those are still mine. She unfollowed at 3 in the morning, the absence showed up on a refresh at 9. 6 hours where I was living in a world where she still followed me and didn't know it had changed. That's the specific thing about digital endings. They happen before you know the world shifts while you're sleeping, and you wake up in a different configuration of the same morning. She unfollowed, she deleted, now I'm erased for real. Not blocked, worse than blocked, just absent. The algorithm's version of a clean break. She unfollowed, completed. 4 months gone, deleted. Digital funeral, no flowers, no announcement, just a profile that doesn't surface when you tap the name of someone who used to be in your phone and your morning. Unfollow, she went, deleted content. 4 months compressed, still here under stress. She unfollowed me, I still follow her. Not forever, today the record stays. 3 weeks, the app noticed I'd gone quiet. Sent a push notification at 7:45 a.m. like a concerned friend who doesn't know anything about what actually happened. Updated the photo, same gym shot, different haircut, changed one word in the bio. Looking for something real, became open to what comes. Same sentence, less visible desperation. First match in 40 minutes, incursion or a comment on the bar. She seemed good on paper, Good photos ask questions, doesn't open with, hey, these are the criteria now. We talked 2 days, she mentioned her cat 4 times. I don't know if I like her, I know her cat's name and her stance on brunch. I don't know anything worth knowing yet, that's the whole process apparently. Here's what I'm doing, treating healing like productivity. Match, message, meet, repeat until the thing before stops taking up the space it takes. My therapist would have thoughts, my therapist is on vacation. I'm on the app, we're all doing our best. Swipe right on 11 people today, still thinking about one. Don't tell anyone, dating again, same game, different face, running the race. My tempo, my pace, which sounds like confidence and is mostly just not knowing how to be still. Dating again, is it healing or pretending? Moving on or just moving? New faces or same story, different names in the same app, on the same couch 3 weeks later. Dating again, downloaded, logged in, new profile, old patterns, progress or just motion. Ask me in a month, tonight I'm just swiping. She asked what I was looking for, typed 3 answers, deleted all 3, sent something honest. She said same, either the beginning of something real or 2 people agreeing on an adjective and calling it chemistry. Went with it, set up coffee, not dinner, coffee. Same instinct as before, some things don't update even when you do. My boy said already, I said 3 weeks. He said that's not very long, I said I know. Neither said what we both knew. This has less to do with being ready and more to do with a quiet apartment on a Thursday and an algorithm that noticed the silence. Sunday coffee, maybe good, probably fine, fine, somewhere to start. Dating again, is it healing or pretending? Moving on or just moving? New faces or same story with different names in the same app, on the same couch 3 weeks later. Dating again, downloaded, logged in, new profile, old patterns, progress or just motion. Ask me in a month, tonight I'm just swiping. Dating again, same app, different face, same gap. Still thinking her though, swiping anyway, let's go. Dating again, same app, different face, same gap. Still thinking her though, swiping anyway, let's go. Dating again. Same couch, different app icon. Sunday coffee, find somewhere to start. Dating again. It started with a check-in. Her sister texted first. Hey, how are you holding up? Normal thing to ask, consider it even. I said fine, she said good, that was week 3. Week 5, she sent something funny. I replied, she replied, 3 messages became 30. 30 became a habit became this. They have the same laugh. Noticed that once, didn't mention it. Haven't stopped thinking about it. My boy asked who I was texting, I said just someone technically true, practically a lie. Somewhere in that space is where I've been living for 3 weeks, yeah. Quite a complicated and doing it. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Here's what I tell myself. We're just talking, nothing happened, nothing planned. Here's what I don't tell myself. I know why it's easy. She's adjacent to something I haven't finished missing. She asks how I'm really doing and means it sounds familiar. And that familiarity is doing a lot of work I should probably be doing somewhere else. She asked if I missed her sister. Direct, no preamble. One honest answer for dishonest ones. I said it's complicated. She said I know two people agreeing on complicated. Across a text thread, that is itself the complication. I've been texting her sister. Is there room? Getting close in the space between where the last thing ended and whatever comes next hasn't started. I've been texting her sister, and it feels complicated, sister. Not wrong on paper, just complicated everywhere else. Every notification, a small register or something I can't fully name and won't fully stop, because it's the closest thing to familiar. I've known bends and nerves. I've been texting her sister, and it feels complicated, sister. Not wrong on paper, just complicated everywhere else. Every notification, a small register or something I can't fully name and won't fully stop, because it's the closest thing to familiar I've found in 2 months. For my knees, 2 words with first tell me my news. Here's what I know, this isn't revenge, yeah. Here's what I don't. Whether not revenge means okay, whether talking to someone who reminds you of someone counts as moving on or moving sideways. She texted at 9, something small. I replied in 4 minutes. 4 minutes means something, I know what 4 minutes mean. Just haven't decided what to do with that yet, and somehow that's where I am. 2 months out, texting a number 1 degree removed from something I'm still quietly processing. Clean on paper, complicated everywhere else. I've been texting her sister, and it feels complicated, sister. Not wrong on paper, just complicated everywhere else. Every notification, a small register or something I can't fully name and won't fully stop, because it's the closest thing too familiar I found in 2 months. Texting sister, is it wrong? Getting close, how long? Complicated, that's the song. Familiar feeling all along. I've been texting her sister. Clean on paper, complicated everywhere else. She just texted again, 4 minutes. I know what 4 minutes mean. 4 minutes, yeah. 2 minutes. 2 minutes mean, yeah.
Wasn't even her account, her friend posted it. Tag her in the caption, big ring, bigger smile. She said yes, stare long enough for the app to think I wanted to see more like it. Algorithm reads everything, put the phone down, make coffee, drank it standing up. Thought about nothing specific and everything at once. So da 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 da. 6 months between between me leaving a corner booth and her saying yes to someone with a ring budget and a timeline that started before I finished. She wasn't healing, she was already there, already in something real, probably before the coffee went cold. I'm not angry, genuinely not, just recalculating everything I thought I understood about the last 4 months and what they meant to each of us respectively. Found out she's engaged, 6 months, pit stop in the wind. That's the whole summary. Somehow sitting here with that feels almost okay. She's engaged now and I see I was practice, just a key that opens something in her. She used to walk through someone else's door. Found out she's engaged to him, just a pit stop in the wind. Not the destination, not the chapter with the ring, just a part of the story that made the rest of it make sense to her. Full low, she's engaged, 6 months, pit stop in the wind. That's the whole summary. Somehow sitting here with that feels almost okay. She's engaged now and I see I was practice, just a key that opens something in her. She used to walk through someone else's door. Found out she's engaged to him, just a pit stop in the wind. Not the destination, not the chapter with the ring, just a part of the story that made the rest of it make sense to her. Photo, I looked him up, of course, stable, same industry, laughs in every group shot, the kind of person who was always gonna be there. Maybe I was just the gap between who she was and who she needed to become it with. Her sister texted, "You saw?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "You okay?" I said, "Actually, yeah." Meant it. That surprised me more than the engagement did. She's engaged now and I see I was practice, just a key that opens something in her. She used to walk through someone else's door. Found out she's engaged to him, just a pit stop in the wind. Not the destination, not the chapter with the ring, just a part of the story that made the rest of it make sense to her. Not me, makes sense, I see. Pit stop, that's all. Stood through it, didn't fall. Engaged to him, not me, makes sense, I see. Pit stop, that's all. Stood through it, didn't fall.
between my dentist and the Thai place I ordered from on Sundays. That specific neighborhood in the contacts where things go when you're not ready to fully decide. I'd scrolled past it so many times, the thumb knew the distance, automatic muscle memory again. But different from the coffee, this one I could fix. Here's the argument for keeping it. What if something happens? What if she needs something? What if I need no? That's the one to examine. What if I need to have the option to text someone who has moved on, got engaged and updated her contact photo 3 times since we ended? The argument for keeping it was always about me, not her, never her. Just the comfort of the number sitting there like a door I could open if I ever decided I wanted to walk back in and be reminded why I let her lead in her number 1, 2, 3, finally setting myself free. Not dramatically, not as a statement, just ready. Delete, delete, delete. No more scrolling down to her street. No more thumb knowing the distance. No more contact sitting patient between the dentist and Sunday Thai food, waiting to be a decision I wasn't ready to make. Delete, delete it, done complete. 7 months to press one button, worth every day it took to mean it when I did it. No. Phone felt different after, not lighter. Same phone, same weight, just different. The way a room feels after you move the thing that was always slightly wrong, and you stop noticing once it's gone. Send my boy a voice note, he said finally one word. Group chat responded in 40 seconds. People had opinions, apparently opinions they'd been sitting on for 7 months. Good friends keep things until you're ready to hear them. Now what? Now everything else, the part that wasn't possible while the number was still there, taking up no space physically, an enormous space. Set awaits. Delete, delete, delete. No more scrolling down to her street. No more thumb knowing the distance. No more contact sitting patient between the dentist and Sunday Thai food, waiting to be a decision I wasn't ready to make. Deleted, done complete. 7 months to press one button, worth every day it took to mean it when I did it. She's gone, number moved on, free now, for real, about time, that's the deal. laughed at something I said. Not politely, actually laughed. The kind that catches you before you can perform a reaction. I noticed that I noticed 2 layers of paying attention when I was supposed to be just having dinner. Walked home after replayed the laugh twice. 3rd time I stopped myself. Old habit from a different situation that ended badly enough to make replaying things feel like a liability. She asks questions and waits for the answers. Full waste, not the kind where the next sentence is already forming behind someone's eyes while you're still talking. I've been on both sides of that. The difference is enormous. Same corner booth, different person. My hands did what they always do when I'm uncertain. Reached for the water glass that didn't need refilling. She noticed, didn't mention it. I appreciated that more than I could explain without it sounding like too much context too soon. I met someone new, but I'm scared. History repeats. Have I prepared, or am I just the same person in a different season? Hoping the weather changed without checking the forecast. I met someone new, but my heart says, is this true? Is this the start of something, or the start of something that ends the same way, with coffee for one and furniture moved back? Scared clean through, not the bad kind of scared, the kind that means something is at stake. And I'm not sure I remember how to hold that carefully. How to hold that carefully. She texted after the night was really good. 4 words, no punctuation game, no subtext to decode, just meant it. I read it 3 times. 3rd time I believed it, not because the first 2 were wrong, because the 3rd time I let it mean what it said without checking for the catch. Maybe that's the word, not finding someone without risk, finding someone where the risk feels worth taking carefully. She laughed at something I said. I'm going back, not because I know how it ends, because I don't. And not knowing feels like the right kind of open. Heard I met someone new, but my heart says, is this true? Is this the start of something, or the start of something that ends the same way, with coffee for one and furniture moved back? Scared clean through, not the bad kind of scared, the kind that means something is at stake. And I'm not sure I remember how to hold that carefully. How that carefully. Someone new, she's here. Scared still, that's clear. Going back anyway. Don't though care's okay. I met someone new, scared
that's enough to start with.
Same apartment, same Sunday, same coffee, made for one, and that's exactly right. Windows the same, light comes the same angle. I'm different though, not dramatically, just more settled in the furniture of myself. Less like a guest, more like I live here. Took 8 months and 20 situations to understand that being alone is not the same as being abandoned. One happens to you, the other is a room you learn to furnish well. I went on some dates, some mattered, some taught me things I wouldn't have learned in a comfortable relationship. Deleted a number, kept the coffee habit, lost the second cup, made peace with the furniture. Checked my account at restaurants, checked in on myself after. All of it was the work, not the dramatic parts, the Tuesday parts, the ordinary, unremarkable days of deciding to be okay until okay becomes something you don't have to decide. Alone but alive, and that's more than enough. When life gets rough, and it got rough, I was tough enough to still be standing here on a Sunday, making one cup of coffee and meaning it. Alone but alive, and that's more than enough. When life gets rough, I thrive, not despite it, because of all of it. 혼자여도 살아가, 이게 나의 방식이야. 혼자여도 완벽해. This is my way, this is me. Alone but alive. Alone but 혼자여도 완벽해. This is my way, this is me. 혼자여도 완벽해. This is my way, this is me. Alone, the labyrinth, I thrive. Wait my stay, me, I'm free. Parking ticket got paid, my boy finally paid it. Group chat erupted, last Tuesday in months. Her sister and I stopped texting clean, just ran its course, the way things do when they were always more about context than connection. The new one laughed again last week, I didn't replay it this time, just let it be gold. Better what's happening, I miss a birthday, chasing one necessary. 혼자여도 완벽해. This is my way, this is me. Alone but alive, and that's more than enough. When life gets rough, I thrive, not despite it, because of all of it. 혼자여도 살아가, 이게 나의 방식이야. 혼자여도 완벽해. This is my way, this is me. coffee's good this morning, made for one. Windows the same, lights the same, I'm different. That's the whole thing, that's the aftermath.